Hello everybody and welcome to Bridge Project. This is an awesome game that just came out on Steam, and it's actually one of my favourite games, which sounds crazy because it just came out, but it is a remake of a game that I used to play a long time ago called Pontifex, and that had a sequel called Pontifex 2, and then someone came along and remade it into Bridge Construction Set, and now it's been revamped again. It's now called the Bridge Project. I think it's made by a different company, but it looks really cool, and I've played it a little bit already. It's basically the same game that I used to play. They've just redone the graphics and kind of freshened it up again, which is awesome. So the objective of this game is to build bridges, as you can imagine, but what it's going to do is it's going to simulate the bridge based on the decisions you make when building it. And you can see here that we have a grid, and we use this grid to build our bridge. Now we need to sort of take into account natural physics and the laws of motion and things like that, because it's going to calculate our bridge design and figure out if it's going to be a stable bridge or not. So this one is going to be really easy. We have these 3 anchor points that you can see here, and they're basically fixed positions from which we can build from. So if I grab the wood and pull it out like this, I think we can't extend it any more than 4 of these grid lines, so we're going to bring it out to there and then extend it again and again, and it goes all the way to the other side, but that is obviously going to fail because there's nothing to hold it up in the middle. Well, luckily we have another anchor point down the bottom here, so we can drag some more wood like that. We'll have a bit going to either side, and then that should support it in the middle. So let's simulate this. We have a whole bunch of things down the bottom here, you can see. Test bridge is the one that we want to do. Let's just slow that down a tad. And so first of all, we have 2 regular cars coming over this bridge. There goes the one on the right, and you can see our bridge is fine, although that bit there was quite stressful. And this is something that you don't actually have to have turned on. I have it turned on by default, so you can look at it like that, or you can see the stress. So it gets quite a lot of stress put on the struts, I think you would call those, as that bus went over there. But there you go, level complete, as you'd expect. You know, the first level is very simple. And so I've been checking this out, and we have 4 different like campaign lines to go along where we have extra levels. And so this city level right here, I played this one earlier as well. It's slightly different from the other one. You can see you've got the anchor points at the back rather than down below, so you have to build your bridge differently here. You go across the middle. Let's do that again. And again, and now we need a way to support those 2 points in the middle, but we can't draw from below, can we? So we have to come from somewhere else, and that is back here. Now what I did last time, I think, was I extended up to that bit there and then down like this, so we've given that bit there support, and we need something to hold that up in the sky, so we're going to drag that up to the top there. So let's do the same thing on the other side, and that is something I found with these bridges. Most of the time you build them as symmetrical as you can, which is quite logical. Now if we really wanted to go crazy, we could add some extra wood in the middle up to that point there, back down to the other side, and then have these 2 bits go across. But I've actually already tested this one, it's fine like that. You can see that there's quite a lot of stress on it, but it is going to be able to cope. Although we do have 2 buses going over it at the same time, which could be a bit of a close call. And if I remember, I think I built it slightly different last time I played. I think this top bit here was a little bit lower. But there we go. So there goes our heavy bus. And oh my! Oh dear! What on earth happened there? That I was not expecting to happen. Oh, what a fail! Oh my. Do you know, I really like ragdoll physics. That always makes me laugh, and just seeing those cars, you know, while the buses catapult into the water there, that was quite humorous. So the thing that I just said I made different last time, I didn't think it would make much of a difference, and I was completely wrong. Where is the like remove key? Or like if I double click or right click, you know. Let's just use undo. Let's undo all of that because it didn't work. And apparently that is as far as we can undo, so I need to find out what on earth is the key for deleting. Nothing there. Let's go back. Building options. Select mode. Can I then press delete on the keyboard? Yes, there we go. Awesome. So let's select that over there. I hope that has a shortcut, that select key. And also, can we select that up there? That's actually one of the things that I want to delete. There we go. Okay, so what I did last time, and this worked, I think, was it was slightly lower. And I'm not sure what my reasoning for that was actually, but I made it a little bit lower. And so it's going to be interesting to see if that made the difference. Okay, so let's simulate this. And I don't think the stress is quite as intense. Before I think it was a little more intense on these beams of wood over here. So let's see what happens this time. Okay, we're good with the cars. And with the buses. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Ah, you see, they're fine. I do not like how red all of that goes, though. I reckon if 3 buses went over that, it would have fallen apart, but we only have to do 2 in this test. And now here go the cars. And yeah, no problem at all for them. And that is test 3 of 3 complete. And the level complete, which is awesome. Yeah, this is a really fun game right here. So we've got a total score of 2.509, not bad. Let's go back to the raw one. I want to do this line first. I just thought I'd show you that other level. So now, what is the dealio? I think we have some anchor points behind, like we did on that level just a moment ago. So we're going to pretty much do the same thing again, I think. In fact, it is the same level, isn't it? So let's do this quickly. And another thing, you know, you get points for using less materials, so that is something else we could try. You know, try and make bridges that use the minimum amount of materials. So maybe this one will pass, but we could come back and try and make it with a little less materials later on or something like that. But this is obviously the first episode of this series. I haven't mentioned it. I'm just going to do a little test the waters video. Just see what you guys think of this, you know. Put a like on the video if you want to see more of it. If I get some good feedback on this, then I'd be happy to play and do a let's play on this game because I really enjoy it. I played it a lot back in the day and I could definitely get back into this game again. And our bus is okay. It worried me for a second then. And that is the second level completed. So yeah, if you like the look of this game, you want to see me play some more, just put down a like, you know, give me some feedback and all of that stuff, you know what I'm talking about. So a total score of 4.899 on that. And let's go into the third level. And now we get to use iron as well. And I don't think I used any iron when I've done this. Now I think I've played the first 4 levels. So I think we can actually get away without using iron on this, which is what I want to do because you get a higher score. So if we go all the way over here, and then we're going to use the middle anchor to go up there and then to either side, and that is obviously like really simple, but that works. I'm pretty sure that's what I did last time. A little bit of stress over there. I think you could possibly reduce that stress by building a beam between these two and then attaching it to that, but I'm not an expert yet. I've got to get familiar with this game again. So let's see, the bus is coming across now, and we should probably speed these up a little, just a tad more, because oh, that was close. And you saw it flash a little there. I reckon if 3 buses had gone over that, then it wouldn't have been good news. And the cars, yep. It's all about the buses. That's when the most strain seems to get put on the bridge. Okay, so another level complete. And we got a score of 8.463. And that's another thing you can do as well. If you've got this game, try and beat my scores, because, well, actually, if you just watch me, that would be very easy, because you can build the same bridge and then modify it slightly. But with these basic bridges, I think everyone's going to be doing the same. So anyway, let's go into the next rural map. Now, I was just wondering, the other one was a city map, and I'm wondering if that means you get more traffic going over the bridges, because you could get given the same bridge designs, but you have to do them differently to accommodate the different amounts of traffic. Okay, so this is the type of bridge that I really like, the suspension bridge. So we need to build our road going across the bottom here. Now, these ones I've always found that they look like they're going to do a good job, but they actually don't. So let's see what happens. We put the suspension across there. I think you want that as slack as possible. If it's high up, I'm fairly sure it gives you a lot more problems. So let's put it down there. Will that do? I'm clicking and nothing's happening. Left click to finish, right button cancel. So I'm clicking left. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So my next step would be to put some cables down like this, but I'm fairly sure this is what I've done earlier and it failed big time. So why can't I cancel that? Right click, there we go. So yeah, that was what I'd done. This is going to fail. Look at the amount of stress it's under already. It looks awful. And let's see what happens. So one car went over, Now we got 2 buses to contend. I think these buses are going to get wet. They're going to end up in the water. No. Oh, that's going to... It's got to... Oh, how did that survive? And our bridge is all damaged now, you can see. I don't think it recovers when it goes red like that. And this might make it. If that passes, that is not cool. That was not a good bridge. One more bus over that and that would have fallen apart. I'm sure I'd done exactly that earlier on. Maybe the cable at the top wasn't quite as slack, which could have been the reason why. Okay, yeah, cheapest bridges score, awesome. So 13.111, and let's do the 5th one and then wrap this video up. Now I haven't played it this far, so this is where I could start to fail. It's been relatively simple so far, and that's what I love about this game. It really challenges you, you know, to think and to test and experiment and figure out what works. Okay, so what materials do we have? Iron and pistons. We are making a, what is it called, a drawbridge type, I think. So let's put our iron across the middle here. Oh, that didn't work. And I have no idea how to use these pistons, but we have an anchor point directly underneath, so that should go up to there. That's also an anchor point, so we don't really need to play around with that. Now what I'm thinking now is that we have to open this up, so the middle point is this one right here. So we should probably put suspension beams going over on either side like that. Oh look, it's a little off. See the anchor point above it? And this over here is slightly different, so I don't think it's going to hold up as well on this side. I think what you're supposed to do is maybe have it open from one side. This is going to be one big experiment. Okay, let's bring that up to there. And this music, it's almost Christmassy. I feel like I'm watching a Christmas movie, and it's like at the end of the movie and everything's alright. And the disaster has been averted and the family have been reunited, that kind of thing. Oh man, I've really got to think about this. Because I've got to figure out how pistons work. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is going to fail horribly because I don't know what I'm doing. We need the select tool to remove that there. Let's delete that and then put our piston. This is so going to fail, what am I thinking? But we'll try it anyway. So it's going to pull that bit there, and this bit down here is going to act like a pivot, and it is going to open a tiny section of our bridge. If something was to come through the middle, it'd need to open up on both sides, I think. So let's add the same thing on the other side. It's not going to work, is it, without that? We need to change the material that we're using. Go all the way up there. Nope, that was not where I tried to select. So is that going to be our piston? No. The piston is going to go, but damn it, between... Ah, look at this. It can't select the right bit. Okay, and then from there to there. And then cancel, and then we need a point like that. I really think this is going to fail horribly. Okay, so let's simulate this. Oh god, look at that. Let's watch it fall apart. So there go the cars. Man, I'm just not liking the look of this at all. So now our pistons are going to activate. And the pistons pulls the bridge apart. Well, that was absolutely terrible, and you know what, I think that's a good place to end this video, because I'm going to take some time to think about how I can do this one. And if you guys like the video, you know, give me some good feedback, tell me that you want more, then we will complete this level in the next episode. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.